Hey, welcome back to the MOBJAZZ podcast. We're back in this biatch.
Oh, dear. That's how you started. You know what I've been thinking? Recently. Yeah. I've been thinking of like the beginning of the pod. Because when I look at our YouTube analytics, you can see when most guys jump off it.
Yeah.
So like of just keeping things very clean and like family friendly for those first 20 minutes. As soon as those 20 minutes game pop,
After
start
guys have
wilding
dropped
out. Start wilding out.
Funny
bro.
enough, they drove after like a minute, bro.
Nah, it's long, guys. We have a decent time.
Abuse them, eh?
Nah,
After a minute.
These guys started
That's
off
like a
with
sharpest
bro.
drop.
What up, boys? How's everyone feeling today, man?
I know they're the same as last week.
Really? Exact same, eh?
Exact same, hectic, busy, confused. This world.
Were you confused?
I mean, is anyone ever fused?
Oh,
We're all confused in this world
Tio.
to some, extent.
I'm good.
You ain't got the answers, Sway. Everyone is Sway.
Bro, I be kind of worried sometimes. I be kind of worried sometimes because sometimes I'm worried that this is what life is. You know, it's just,
What do you mean?
you're just confused the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never know what's going on. You just keep doing your thing, but feeling like you could be doing something else better, and then you die.
I mean,
Recently, bro, I've been thinking about that a lot, man.
I definitely think that's you're on track, bro. Because I feel like that a lot of like the time these days, bro. Like we're definitely on some kind of rails.
Boys, well gone. What did you do with your weekend, man?
Nothing. I was in Kampala. You guys didn't go for Nyege?
Hey, by the way, man.
We have the most dead pod on this earth, bro. None of us went for
No,
Nyege.
guys, I was there virtually.
So was
Yeah,
I.
so was I. So was I. All of us were.
So was I.
What do you guys think?
It
I
looked
want
good.
to know. I want to know what you thought as the days went on. Like, I don't know what you thought on Thursday, then on Friday, then on Saturday, then on Sunday.
You had more of a progression of thoughts.
Yes.
100%. First, give us your progression.
Thursday, I was like, this is dead, bro. This guy screwed everything up. None of the stages looked dope. The turn up looked low, but I was like, okay, calm. This is Thursday. I saw guys partying, but all the stages that I saw looked very ragtag, like very low effort. It just looked dead to me, bro. I was like, I have zero for more. Friday came. I was like, okay, looks like might be something here. Everything still looked very like low effort, but then I started to see a few more things. I saw that swing, that cheap big ass swing ride type thing.
Does that change your mind?
No, but I started seeing
Yeah,
that there was some
that
easy effort, you know what I mean? Then I saw the Smirnoff stage. Then I started seeing a couple of things. I was like, I saw what's the bull I knew that chicks were riding. Like, okay, calm, but I still have no form. I wouldn't pay my money. Then, not that I had any money, that's the reason I didn't go. Then Saturday, started to get a bit more exciting. I started to see more guys there. It looked exhausting, but at least it wasn't muddy. It looked kawa. It looked like there was a turn up on Saturday.
Which day did it rain? Wasn't it?
I think it rained like Thursday.
No. It rained on.
Trained during Nyege.
Yeah, it rained during like either Friday or Saturday. One of them like.
Nah, maybe.
I think it was
maybe
Friday.
Thursday.
Must have
Maybe
been
Thursday or Friday.
Mm.
It rained during that day.
Yeah, one of those hot days, either Friday or Saturday.
It rained hard.
Yeah, like it rained. Like, but I don't know how long it rained. I don't know. Like I saw a 10-second snap.
No, I've been seeing jokes about like rainmakers and how they had all the different
So
stations.
that some guys were.
Oh, guys came to make it rain.
Not to make it not rain.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Anyway.
they called rainmakers.
They're called rainmakers because they control it. You call them, they'll stop the rain, and then when they boom, it will rain.
Oh, like they can make the rain.
Yeah.
do what it
stop.
wants.
Yeah.
They do what the rainmakers.
What should they be
I thought
called?
it was the reverse actually.
Rain stoppers. Rain rangers.
Rainmakers work. They can make it do what they want.
Anyways, bro, by Sunday, obviously because now Saturday, so Saturday is supposed to be the hottest day. In fact, I remember having an argument with guys where I don't remember where we were, but we had an argument about how many people we thought had gone, and the estimations were 15,000 people. That's what Nyege was expecting, 15 to 20,000 people. And I was arguing vehemently, bro. I was like, "There's no way
That they can make it.
that 15,000 people went." But by Sunday, I was like, "Oh, 15,000 people probably went."
The figure I had was 18 though.
Yeah, they said 15 to 20k. How many people do you know that went? Do you know more people that went or more that didn't go?
I think it's like 50-50.
Really?
I agree.
Because
There's also a balance.
a lot of the people who were telling me they were not going,
Went.
yeah, they went on like Saturday or they ended up going, especially for those last 2 days. And they had a blast, at least from what I can collect from Gather. Yeah. But for me, my thoughts on Nyege, at least from watching it on Snap, man, it looked lit, man. It looked like exactly like Nyege, just much bigger on a much bigger scale.
Bigger.
Reportedly, this one was like on 40 acres of land, bro.
And the last? I think the last was probably around the same amount.
I didn't check the last one.
The venues are always big. I think that it was clear that this venue wasn't. It hasn't yet been primed for a festival. It didn't look, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. It didn't look good to me.
Like the ground was.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
didn't
there
see
were
any
no
snaps,
paths.
and I was like, "Wow, man, these guys did an amazing job with this
Setup.
Yeah, I didn't see any stages and think this is a festival stage. Like this looks sick.
But that's Nyege. Like Nyege never has those like mad stages.
I feel like at the other venue there were more. The stages were more catching, more striking.
Like how?
Like it looked like there was more effort into them.
Okay, I know
Like,
like
it
they
was
had
more-
like a big horse wearing glasses as one of the stages, like a big wooden horse head, huge, like several
I didn't
meters
see
high.
that. I didn't see that. You know,
At the last one,
I didn't see that stage. Oh, the last one or the last one? Eh?
is that what you
No,
mean?
the
like
last
effort?
one. The last ones had more. Like each stage almost had like an identity. These stages just look like concert stages.
They kind of look okay. One looked like a concert. Okay, maybe two.
Main
looked
stage
like
look
a
like a
concert.
concert stage. I think
As it
Smirnoff
always
stage
does.
looks like a concert stage.
Yeah,
They
as
told me
it
there were
does.
like 10 stages. I didn't see all of them. Did you? How many did you see?
Okay,
I saw
so
that one. I saw that one that was in iron sheets and like
Yes.
but that one was so dead to me, bro.
that thing looked like it was live if you're inside it, bro.
Inside what, bro? I was just my
Inside
bad.
the Mabati. Yeah, that's how you. There was literally one stage
Wow.
last time which was made out of like
Oh,
hanging banana leaves. Like literally, that was the whole stage. You just hang banana leaves in there, so you're just in there like in, you know, like those beats that you pass through before you enter the saloon. Yeah, like that. That's what you're in, like, but banana leaves.
That is not appealing to me, bro, at all.
But that's Nyege.
Nah, I guess.
You want like big screens? What?
No, bro. I don't even want it to be high, like very pyrotechnic and shit. I just want it to be creative in a cool way. If you hang banana leaves and you want me to enter your
No, but like,
Enter the forest.
but like, okay, I think no. I think you're getting like Nyege, the vibe of Nyege Rock. Nyege is literally like you have gone to the village to party. I for me, it's even like you're lucky you have a stage, bro. You're lucky they have set up those bambati for you. That's how I look at it. But like you've gone to the bush to party for 4 days. The bush should not be
I paid 250K
luxurious.
to go to the bush. and
Exactly. If you don't want, don't pay.
that- I didn't.
And many people didn't. And many
Yeah.
people did. It's really not by force. But like I think like that's the appeal. Like that's why people buy gum boots. Like you're not going there for like
Something
it's
fancy.
posh, bro. You're not going in your J's. You're not going in your nice Voop.
I
Nice
wish it
clothes.
wouldn't be priced that way then.
You want it to be cheaper.
Because it's a cheaper event.
But I feel like that experience is
Ah,
also like
well
needed, bro.
What?
And how is it cheaper? 250K for 4 days?
Yeah,
What?
that's a lot of
You
money,
guys
bro.
pay 150K for like a concert here, bro.
One day.
One
Not even
day.
Nyege was one day. As in the one day ticket was 150K.
Yeah, but that's if you like accounting for 1 day. So it's still
Yeah.
fair, bro.
Yeah.
So it's not
And,
overpriced.
I don't know. What are your thoughts, voice?
Nah,
Nyege,
let me
from
tell
what
you.
you
I
saw.
think Nyege is just not for me, man. Like, you know, you guys are saying it's lit, eh? I didn't see the appeal on any of the days. So, I think Thursday, I was just like, this is horrible. It's so bad, man. From the memes about the road
Eh,
to like the stages I saw, I was like, nah, not for me. And it didn't change throughout.
Did you see the accommodation?
nah, that's the
the-
part.
the cabins.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that part
yeah,
there,
yeah.
I think that's why on Thursday I was like, bro, hell no. Thursday and Friday, I was like, I would have been so mad.
If you paid for
much
accommodation,
was
Also, I think I felt like
like
that was.
500 bob.
You see how you said that it's a village, this, that. I thought that was so disrespectful, bro. The accommodation, they just said, give us your money, and then we're not going to give you anything for that money. Like the ratio of value for money and price was so disproportionate, bro.
Bro, those things are
Ah.
500K.
For the whole thing, or what the
500K or
cottages.
500 or $500.
I don't know, but I saw 500 somewhere there.
I saw $500
For those things.
for the big ones.
The
And
cottage,
then
the
there were
triangular
the
ones.
triangular ones that were
Opposite there's a big wooden one without
Yeah,
windows.
those ones were just my bad.
Why did
Not
they
even
make
my
a
bad.
window just to
to
block it, bro? Like to like.
I think there was one of those wooden windows that you open and close.
That didn't look like it could open. Looked like nailed.
Let me tell you, that shit was so funny. Did you see how way the walls were set up? The walls were basically like banged together, like there were patches of wood.
Yeah.
They banged together for each wall.
The funny thing is, when someone was following on Snap was in one of those triangular cottages, and they were showing the inside, bro. They looked so nice on the outside, like painted but inside was literally just wood. The roof, they hadn't joined the two sides of the roof. I don't know how to. So there's a long line.
A gap.
Gap across the whole length.
You saw the inside of her thing.
Yeah, she showed the inside, but it looked like a dog kennel, bro.
Damn.
Like,
Did she stay there?
what choice did they have? They had to get wooden panels, wooden pieces of nanis, and just like try and set up a bathroom outside.
Themselves.
Yeah, themselves, and then they put like a small bucket in there. That's why they use the bathroom and stuff.
I really think that they bit off more than they could chew, bro, with this new venue. At the old venue, there was like a tent like village, and guys would either bring their own tents or rent the Nyege tents. But I actually remember even at that one, some people rented tents and didn't get them, so they had to send for more tents, shit like that. That's easy though, because when you order a tent, you know what you're getting. You're getting a tent. But then if you tell me I'm getting a cottage,
A cabin.
and then you show me first show me that cabin, a big one, then you show me that little like modern cute looking thingies, and then instead I come and I just find like a triangular box. It was like a pyramid, bro, made of wood.
I'm not in all the way, bro.
I was so sad for guys, man. I would have been pissed.
Guys,
But again, that's Nyege, bro. Like,
No,
accommodation and Nyege has never
hell
been
no,
luxurious,
bro.
and most people actually
Hell
just
no.
stayed in Ginger, like we thought.
Exactly. Now that's the thing. It's such a tough lesson for guys to learn that you should just stay in Ginger instead of camping at Nyege. It's not worth it. But on the other hand, Nyege lost so much money. Those things that you're seeing, they look like bullshit, but they still paid for those things. In fact, for me, I have a feeling that whoever they contracted to do those things ripped them off. And by the time they realized they had been ripped off, it was too late. That guy's already there building. This guy's already there building. And they already paid him and this and this and that. So they have to just take that L. But that's money that they'll never get back, bro. It's gone.
And I saw
So,
people asking for refunds based on that.
really,
Do you think they can get them?
I think they can.
After you've jumped
Let me
for
actually
days.
tell you, on Friday, when I saw what the accommodation looked like, in my head, I was now thinking that guys are going to sue Nyege, bro. Like, in my head, I was thinking, bro, a group of guys is going to come for these guys and sue them for those dimes. And they might have no choice but to pay guys back.
Can be
Because
like,
it's
what do
false
they call them?
advertising, bro. Clearly, false advertising.
But okay, I guess they showed the outside of the cottages. They never showed us the inside in the
They
pictures.
did, bro.
Oh,
Some of
they
them
actually showed us like
yeah,
a bed.
Showed us like a window. What else? Like,
it was too.
there's a lot of them that they showed us. I was mad at the beds, bro. I was like, look at how tiny these beds look.
You saw beds.
Yeah.
Maybe the snapper so didn't even have beds.
Now
Bro.
they look like
they were
the
beds.
prison
They're
beds.
just mattresses.
The bed was literally like your chair.
Like this cat table.
But anyway, did you go there to sleep?
See, look at the jazz that guys we have.
Let me tell you,
Bro,
there's
you guys
nothing
make
about
me
that
so
event
mad,
that's
bro.
appealing to me right now. Nothing.
No, it's one of those events. You like the appeal is very hard to describe, or it's very hard to see on Snap. You have to be in there. You have to be in
That's
there.
true. That's
in
true.
those work, quote unquote, stages.
Yeah. Anyway, me, I just thought that there could have been more to look at. The past has been more to look at.
There's a Nile.
I didn't feel like there was a lot to look at the Nile.
You saw that meme over here when that guy was saying, "We just pay the ticket. I'll sort myself."
Yeah, a lot of guys
And
did
he was
that.
just lying down in grass.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's take a quick break. Welcome back. We are joined by you know who.
I popped in while the thing was going on. So if you didn't see me
Yeah.
initially, I just came in now. I arrived at this opportune moment.
And the time you came in was actually perfect because we're talking about the Nyege Nyege Festival and you're
And for this edition,
a witness from the
You are an
scene of the
attendant.
crime.
this year's
A scene of the crime.
I am the correspondent for MOBJAZZ podcast at Nyege Nyege.
Damn.
So tell us, what did you see?
Tell us how.
What
First,
is-
tell us
Before
each
he
day.
starts speaking, we need to say that this isn't planned. We didn't pay him to come and jazz this thing. You guys already said we hate Nyege and we don't. But yeah, man, tell us what happened. Can you tell us from Thursday? Because that's
From
what
Thursday.
I would say I got a full festival pass. But I went there on Friday evening.
Oh,
So
okay.
I arrived on Friday evening. I used the safe boat from Adrift to Nyege. And I got into the party. I was like, people already there and the vibe was already going.
Wait, safe boat.
Yeah,
they're
there was a
they're
safe boat.
They're like boats. You could buy tickets from Adrift and then use the river to reach the festival. And I've been to other Nyeges. I've been like to that. I've worked on even on some.
How many have you been to?
I was 2018, 2019. I did an installation with my brother in 2018. 2019, I was an attendee. And I skipped. So this was my third Nyege.
Okay.
And to be honest with you guys, this Nyege was so mid. This Nyege. I mean, there are some interesting stages. Dark Star was interesting. But it's EDM, so they had like lots of interesting acts.
Those guys always have a lit
Yeah.
stage. Oh, I mean, but interesting, you mean the acts were interesting or the stage was dope?
Both. I would say, because I enjoy EDM. So for me, Dark Star was interesting. And Boiler Room. But even Boiler Room is EDM. And also the main stage, because the main stage had a variety of acts. They are throwing in some good ones. But the stages are sort of like broke my heart at the Ugandan one. This Nyege showed how inadequate our Ugandan DJs are. You cannot play the same sort of like music for 2 days in a row. You could hear songs repeated in a night, and you could hear them the next day being repeated. I'm like, guys, is your hard disk over? Is it over? Have you finished the playlist? Can't you come up with something? And it's a thing we've been talking about here. And even Dennis, he said the same thing on the podcast. It's like it showed us how scared our DJs are to experiment because they want to play it safe. But that's the thing, you do not lean into trends, you make trends. And that's the whole concept. But if stage one, because there are multiple Ugandan stages, there was and I won't mention brand names here, but there was one for this company. There was this one here. But there were at least four.
Nah, mention. Mention, bro.
There were at least 4 Ugandan stages there. But if it comes to like the vibe, all of them were similar.
The same vibe.
What happens on Bandari was happening in Nyege. And I was like, man.
But that's my thing. If
I paid my hard-earned ticket.
If you go to Nyege and you don't feel inspired
you
to just do something different,
you have wasted
what's
your
the
time.
point, bro?
You have wasted your time. You have wasted our time. Please don't waste my time.
Yeah.
the thing is that the music, you guys are so similar because the DJs were doing the same sets.
How many stages were there?
Dark Star, Boiler Room. There was a Smirnoff one, Uganda Waraji, Talent Africa. There was the Bell stage. Then Bantu Vibes. So like 7, I think. The ones I can remember.
Even the Bantu Vibes guys didn't do anything different.
They had this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I like Bantu Vibe stuff, but when they are not performing, their DJs were playing the same shit other guys were playing.
What were they playing?
It's regular Ugandan music, Nigerian.
Last what?
I'm a piano for 4 hours. You could hear I'm a piano on this stage. Go the next day, and a piano is playing at the same time. And I'm here playing at the same time. And I'm in a loop.
What would you rather they play?
It's about the thing of it's about like a variety, and that's the thing. You cannot do the same thing for 2 days. If you play like a set, which includes I'm gonna hit against a piano, is that you have to give your audience a variety, because there's a variety of music out there, and this was a diverse audience. People from around the world. You're supposed to show how creative you can get with time periods, with like vibes. Even if you went old school, came into like the new school and mixed different genres, if you sort of like tried to do a variation, it would work. But the thing is that if you play something you expect people to enjoy, you make it, because I've done it multiple times. The whole thing of an MC screaming behind you as you play my piano. I mean, I didn't come here for that.
Yeah, there was a guy. Hey, guys are chop life, bro. Guys pay no Nyege,
and I'm like, guys, the problem is, and I'm gonna say that this may sound a bit controversial, but for our party culture, people do not actually listen to music. You get intoxicated, and when you're so intoxicated, anything will do. But some of us were sober enough to hear this shit, and I want you to repent for this.
Some of us were sober.
No, but okay, that's a vibe I kind of got watching it online. Like it kind of feels like this year Nyege has gone mainstream.
Nah, music sounded
but
trash,
that's what I mean. Nyege sort of like it came as a thing for experimentation. You knew if you went there, you're gonna hear something new. And that happened for like the others, like I said, for Dark Star and Boiler Room. They really worked hard to give us that. The guys were coming, we were playing live sets. It was good. They're reading from the energy of the crowd, and you had fun. First, we enjoy EDM. It was fun. You could go and you're like, man, this stage was fun every single time you went there. It's not everyone's cup of tea.
Was the stage packed?
But I would say it wasn't packed because it's mostly Caucasian.
Which one was the Boiler Room thing? Was the one in Mabati?
No, that was Dark Star. Boiler Room was done with like a back cloth and lasers.
That's an
Also
actual boiler room. Yeah,
It's a baker room.
It was so cool. But I think for me, what made this nigga not pop as much for me was the mediocrity with which Talent Africa Group executed this thing. I'm not ashamed of saying this. It was mediocre on so many levels. Health and safety was bad. There were no toilets for guys who are not camping, although they were selling festival passes. If I'm going to be at a festival for more than 12 hours, I don't have to pay to excrete. Why should I be paying tickets to use the toilet? If I pay the ticket, these are things supposed to.
Wait, how much was it to use the bathroom?
It was one bob to shit.
One bob shit and then to pee.
It's the same thing. You just put one bob.
One bob?
Yeah. But the thing
And
is,
the toilets
so there are
were
no
in one
public
place.
toilets.
so the thing, what? Yes, there are no free public toilets for people who are not camping. But Nyege was selling festival passes. You don't expect someone to be consuming alcohol and food for more than 12 hours, and you don't prepare for them when they're going to excrete when you're selling them a ticket. I feel like it's just wild.
Is that why I was seeing memes of guys saying like people swimming in the Nile at Nyega, and then there's like a guy swimming and there's like a fat deuce in his in front of
Yes.
him.
The thing is that
Yeah, just shut the water.
okay, the thing is that it's not like I cannot afford 1,000 to go and excrete.
It's
It's,
just
it's a
crazy.
matter of principle.
Yeah.
You're supposed to think of these things beforehand. And for example, like even where there are cooking areas were, they didn't have drainage. We had a trench that had stagnated water from 2 days back that was actually stinking. And I'm like, you have a whole international festival. These are things you're supposed to take care of because they're making it proper for these business stands. So the thing is that the festival happened and these guys sort of like had people coming in, but not properly organized. You could see it. That they didn't anticipate for the things that were going to happen there.
How could they not, bro? This is their 4th, 5th
And also Nyege tweets Mbo, apparently the contractor we hired to do the
Accommodation.
I saw the accommodation and I'm gonna be honest with you, it was us. And how do you sort of discover the contractor ripped you off a day to the festival? Does that I don't know.
That's what I just told these guys.
Maybe it's me who is mad, but
That's what I just told these guys.
if
I told them that I think the contractor ripped them off.
you guys, if you're building a house, right? And I hired Magic company, and I hired that company to build my house. And I cannot be there not checking the progress of that house until the second last day. Oh my, they ripped me off. Like, where were you for weeks before the festival happened? At least like if you had like a week would be a week would suffice to have like a
Okay, that one didn't make sense that they found out on the day of
Yeah.
that the guy dripped them. Where were you?
a week.
Did they say that?
Yes,
They tweeted it. They tweeted
they tweeted on
about the
Twitter.
accommodation. They were like,
We found out that but the thing is, if you say you had a week to do a checklist, right? And I'm not underestimating how hard it is to plan an event, but within a week you would know that okay, this accommodation won't cut it. Either we postpone the event or make refunds so that people can buy tents that they can sleep in. Because I even saw the rich people's cabins. I mean, they're slightly better, but they're just like kiosks with a glass mirror on them. But at least they had like a lawn in front of them and they had like space away from the.
Oh, so those were there.
They're there, but
How many were there?
they're quite substantial. I would say like I would estimate like at least 15. But they were on the
At
other
least
end of
15 is
15 is
not
yeah,
substantial,
that's
bro. That is
substantial,
not
bro.
substantial for a
for
festival.
18,000 people.
Yeah.
most of you are poor. That is why you are sleeping.
But
But so
That's
the way the campsite was structured was at the extreme end of Uganda. They were the guys who are like had the cabin. These are the rich niggas. They were like dime. Then there
How
was,
much damn, bro?
there was the middle class that had like the tent shaped.
Yeah,
Not with a hole in the
triangle-shaped
top,
thing.
bruh.
Yeah, those were the guys in the middle. Then there were the really good tents after that. These
Just
tents
give me a
these
really
like
good
tents-
actual
tent.
tent.
yeah, actual
The big tents where you
yeah,
can stand.
outdoors
Camp master.
outdoors actual tents, like tents you
Ah.
can rely on. Then there are guys who brought their own tents
The
after that.
flimsy tents.
Buy your own tents. Then after that, it was the ghetto, like everyone else, cars, tents, whatever. And those guys were set up by themselves. And I would say, I feel like they could have done better I would say in 3 areas. In the programming, in organizing the health and safety and sanitation of the festival, and then also like sharing information about how the festival is going to run and operate. Because those sort of things happen at the festival that no one anticipated. And that's not a good thing. You cannot assume for people what they are going to enjoy. Put a programming list. Start to be like, okay, this day will be this and this person, so I can do this and this and this and this. Because that's how festivals run.
Oh, it wasn't like that. Isn't that how they usually like do it? Like they announce like the DJs.
I'm glad you asked. Now, the thing I witnessed wasn't even DJs. There I was. It was Sunday. I had partied Saturday. I'd woken up. I was with my Mozambican princess. We are grabbing a drink. So as we stand there, I see a dude walking towards us with a machete sticking in his chest, and he was bleeding, and he was screaming like, ah! So this woman
Hold on.
is low. Okay, this is
yeah.
better.
Yeah, make sure
Okay.
you can just turn the mic.
Just position the mic for you.
Okay, cool. So this guy,
Back to the machete. Was that?
this guy, yes, it was, but in the moment I didn't know it was. And you'll see that their press release where they said the thing was so convincing, it surprised police and Red Cross. And these are guys who are trained to handle injury. I'm a fucking civilian. I've never seen a guy getting impaled by a panga. So in my head, I think this guy has been stabbed. So, and he was walking towards me. So there are two guys, one with a handheld camera and one with a mobile phone. So they're filming this shit. So I'm like, this guy are shooting like a Facebook Live, sort of like get to that thing as it happens. So this guy walks past me, and I saw that the apparent pang had gone through him. Then in my head, I was like, this guy is going to die, and there's nothing I can do for him. So as I'm just shocked, some white guy comes and taps me and says, no, they're just acting. And I didn't snap out of it immediately because in my head, I was prepared.
You had witnessed
run
Yeah.
or fight
death.
the panga guys, because there was no option.
Yeah.
Because we are near the road, and that's where they're approaching. So they are coming towards us. So like, if any shit is coming, it's coming our
It's
side.
coming our way. Like, this guy is a first victim of many.
And then I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And he's like, that's not art. That's not entertainment. You should warn people before you show them violent things. You guys have gone to theaters before. Before you see a movie, there's a rating. And that rating is explained by some sort of like either 18 plus because of violence or like sexual explicit activity or like language. So when you buy the ticket and enter there, you know what to expect. You know what you're going. You know what you're going to engage with. I can assure you, if you went, if any of you watching this, if you go and check the Nyege website, if you check the Talent Africa Group website, there's no indication that this program would be happening.
There's no machete guy.
There's no machete guy. if there was, I assure you, I would not attend the festival.
Wait, so was he like employed by Talent Africa to scare guys?
I wouldn't say he was employed, but he was part of the festival. Akaliwood was part of the festival.
Oh.
And I'll read you their own press release that they put out on Twitter when the guy was arrested. I don't want to say that I'm putting words in people's mouths, but for the benefit of like being clear, I'll read their own press release.
After Trevor reads, I want to know what you two guys think.
So this press release was like, Anne's performance this morning looked so real that even the Red Cross and security personnel in Nyege were taken by surprise. It's not taken by surprise. We were terrorized. That was terrorism. That's what terrorism is in a nutshell.
It's spreading terror.
Yes, that's act of terrorism. Terrorism does not win because of the people they have injured. Terrorism wins because of the fear they sort of like engender around you, right? You fear that you are in danger. You fear that your life is not safe, and that's the thing. Someone should have made the call not to have that. They could have done everything else, but someone should have made the call for that violent scene to be shot somewhere else. And also, why do you cut production costs by making us unwilling full extras? Right? The thing, tell us. And some people claim that.
I don't think these guys have understood what was happening.
Yeah.
Can you give them like a
first go
background?
slowly. Yeah, how did we get to extras? What are they filming?
What was Wakali doing?
Yeah, what's Wakali doing?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not know, and I don't care. What happened was what I witnessed. And you know why you're confused? Because I was confused too. That's why I can't give you context, because I had none. If I had context, I wouldn't be telling this story. But you're as confused as I am, because that's what happened. It was confusing and disorienting.
Yeah.
I don't have any context to why that scene was shot there. I cannot tell you because I do not know. I did not read anywhere.
So there were like cameras, lights. They were shooting a movie.
Oh, you guys haven't seen this video.
I
have not seen this video. This is news.
I told you it was a handheld camera and a mobile phone. If it was a camera crew, I would be like, maybe this is a movie. I assure you, to just like one dude with a handheld camera, another. And in my head, I was like, they're like live streaming it on like Facebook Live or like Instagram to show like shit is going down. And like most of this shit happens because I can give this information because it's true. So before I left the festival on Friday, I was with a friend, and before I left his place, one of his other friends came. I wouldn't say he's a mutual friend; he's a friend to my friend. But before we left, he told us, "Before you go," he works for Talent Africa, and they're going to see this, and they know it's true. And someone in their WhatsApp group had posted that they are attacking people with pangas. I'm quoting that verbatim. So this guy stops us and says, "Hey guys, before you go for the festival, you need to see this, what you are careful." So that's sort of like background. I had it in my head that this is a possibility of this happening. And there I was witnessing the worst nightmare I could have of a nigga getting attacked by a panga. So when that happened, I reached out to him and telling him, I'm trying to sort this out. Would you be willing to sort of like provide this information in case any legal action is taken? He's like, no, I think you're fibbing. You're overreacting to this thing. But bruh, Red Cross and security guys were taken by surprise. That's how real this thing looked. Now, how about me, who's a civilian? I've never had seen anyone getting stabbed by a panga. I wouldn't be like, that's makeup. Because I've seen someone getting stabbed by a panga, it's much more gruesome. No, I haven't seen someone getting stabbed by a panga, and I did not want to. And I get it, I'm a bit intense, but for me, that sort of like ruined the whole festival. Because someone had to think through it critically. Like, for example, what if someone screamed and started panicking and it caused a stampede? There were no barricades from where that guy was coming from, and this is next to a rocky river. Would they have contained that? It makes no sense for them to have let this thing happen. There's no justifiable reason that this man had to walk through the festival with a panga sticking out of him.
But I guess that whole festival was just like a compilation of like confusing things that maybe shouldn't have happened.
It's a music festival.
Where they're shooting a movie.
Is it still a music festival?
Okay, perfect. You know what's crazy? The craziest thing to me about this whole thing is that it's these Palwood guys that are posting this stuff on their page.
It is
like,
signed.
I don't think they understand.
It is a signed press release. It's an admission of the
like,
crime they
it's
did.
on their page.
That's the thing. It's an admission of the crime they did.
Let me first watch this.
That's me, the fucking video. I don't even see myself.
look
But
at this
I was there with that babe.
Yeah.
And I was there just standing there saying, what the fuck is going on here? Because I think everyone there who looked shocked wasn't acting. They're not actors. They were scared.
Everyone was shocked, man.
And the thing is,
Everyone
why
was
would they do that? And this is why I'm going to look at this camera and say that people must be held accountable for this kind of situation. That could have caused a panic that led to a stampede. We have seen this at festivals, even festivals that as organized as Astroworld, where there were medics and people still died. Now, tell me, if a stampede happened in Itanda, how would you get ambulances to cater for the people who would be injured by that? Are they sure they had enough medical sort of like equipment and personnel on site to care for people who could have been injured in case of a risk? It's called risk assessment. All events should have a risk assessment sort of like, it's called a risk assessment sort of like strategy, which is clear. It shows you the potential risks and hazards and how you mitigate them. And if South Africa let this happen, either through negligence by security let these guys in or through admission of the festival, it's clearly wrong. And the sort of like problem I'm having is that for everyone I've talked to this about too, they downplay the sort of like effect it has. They're like, people are telling me you're being opportunistic, just attacking these guys for nothing. That was so small. People who haven't even seen this festival. My own brother, when I told him yesterday, he was like, I make your own money. Why are you antagonizing these people? And these are the same people who sort of wake up in the morning and sort of say, we champion mental health. We want like mental health spaces. It is because you do not take people's mental health as something important. If you did, you wouldn't let this man enter the festival. You wouldn't let this shit go down. And also if security was on side, he wouldn't walk as long as he did before someone stopped him and shut this shit down.
Oh, how
But
the story ends
I've
is that
ranted.
the police saw
Arrested
this
him.
guy and arrested him, and he's still in jail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the police saw a crime there. That is
Them they were
terrorism.
like, okay, this guy's just been stabbed. But then when they went to help him, they were like,
what the fuck?
Fuck
what
the
are you
fake
doing?
bang.
You're inciting.
Yeah.
You dig it? Because I
It's-
think many people had come out saying, guys, there's someone who has been attacked. What?
But
Even
even
arrested this dude.
I can say this now because but even under the penal code, like sort of like showing like acts of violence with the intention to incite more violence or like without any justifiable cause is something punishable as a criminal offense in this country. Because why?
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Magic.
Rant done.
Magic. Magic thoughts.
That's a hot one. I mean, do I have a problem with it? Personally, it doesn't affect me.
Of course,
I think it
doesn't.
was, personally, I think it was, I don't know, maybe it was a prank or like maybe they were trying to get their footage. But yeah, after watching the video, I think that was a bit gruesome and it didn't make sense. In hindsight.
Wait, it was a bit gruesome.
It's a bit gruesome. It's a bit
It's
gruesome.
what to be gruesome here, like his
Have
entry
you
was
seen,
coming
have you
out.
seen a panga
I don't
going
know.
through anyone?
What the thing is, you're watching that
Like
you're watching that video with context. None of us in that footage had any
Had
context.
context.
That's
whatsoever.
what I'm saying. In hindsight, looking at it like, looking back, bro,
It's like
it's not right.
It's imagine you guys getting out of this studio.
It could have
three
gotten
of you,
wrong. A lot of things would have
and
gone
then
wrong.
and then you see a guy with a panga sticking out of him without any context. You don't shrug that shit. Okay, cool. I saw that. That shit is fucking scary. You are like, what is going on here? Because you feel like you're in danger.
Nah, bro, me I already don't like blood. Bro. So if I'd seen that shit, I would have probably
You'd have closed it.
not
You
closed.
fainted.
But I would have gotten lightheaded.
This guy
weak
needs
stomach.
masculinity.
Yeah.
Now.
Nah, I can't faint. That's what I'm built. Nah.
Hey,
I'm joking.
I mean,
Uh,
I could extricate myself from a situation. I could potentially defend myself against assailants,
You know,
but I shouldn't have to. That's the point
You
of
know what's
paying
interesting?
attention.
Even in this video, you look flustered. Like when you see a guy, you look like you're about to bolt.
But that's the thing. You have to, if you see danger, you have to sort of like consider
Right.
options. You have to see how do I get out of this, and if I can't, how do I fight back? That is.
Forgot all about your Mozambican princess.
And I was
Yeah, like, nah,
I was
This guy walked
protecting
away
her.
from her.
you might be on your own. in this one.
Video, just so you
The
walk
guy
away
started
from
the
guys.
diagonal route.
You guys, you might say whatever you want to say, but I held down my queen. I told her,
Yeah.
relax, chill. I didn't say that shit. I was
That's
scared.
not what
Yeah, you are ready
That's-
to go.
Yeah, Duran.
Boys, what do you think, man?
Nah, that looks terrifying. You know, when you talked about it, I thought it was like a simple prop, like it looks acted, but that looks terrifying.
That looks
man.
like
But
that
that's,
guy
that's,
did
that's,
look-
looks
that's
real.
what I'm telling
The
guys.
whalers were good
That chick
touch.
wailing.
That's what I'm telling. And for me, what sort of like made me, this what made me realize is how sort of like, for me it was important to see with people who know me as friends, because if anyone knows me, they know I do not sort of like blow shit out of proportion. I'll tell you something as it is. And I was telling people, including my own brother, and then it was like, you're overreacting. Before they even saw the video, before they even read the press release, before they did any sort of like fact checking, they assumed I was lying. And for me, it's something, it sort of like speaks to trust. If you don't trust me enough as your friend to be a decent human being, before even, trying to disprove what I've told you, it proves we can't be friends anymore. I cannot fuck with you like that if you think I'm a con artist who is aiming to sort of like get rich from
Yeah.
get rich. Because the thing is that, see that video
But
first.
that thing looks so real.
Read their press release before you sort of like tell me that I'm lying and overreacting about this shit. It's just a matter of principle. If you came and told me that someone sort of like attacked you in the street, I wouldn't be like, what were you doing? Why were you there at that time? I'll be like, yo, what happened? And how can we find this person? So you can ascertain what happened exactly.
Mike.
If I defend the danger you're in before I come on your side as a friend, we're not friends. It means sort of like we hang out, we don't give a fuck about me as a human being. And there's no problem with that. And not to be petty, it was quite weird getting that feedback from people I know.
No, I think that it just all goes back to what you said earlier about just how mental health is perceived. Guys don't take shit seriously until it manifests physically. So until guys see yourself on the ground scratching and like having a full mental breakdown, no one is like, oh, that guy is struggling because of what he witnessed.
And also people sort of like do not struggle because, and we don't have a problem in this country, we don't have access to help. So if you're friends with someone who tells you they have an issue and sort of like make them feel like it's their fault for having it, you're making the problem they have worse. Because you add on top of their sort of like stress, you're adding an environment of disbelief and making them feel like they are crazy for
But
telling
you're
you
right.
these things.
Can I ask you a question? What time of the day was it when that happened?
I would say it was in the afternoon because I met this woman when I was planning to go out and buy something to eat. So it was around, I would say, mid-afternoon. I can't remember the exact time because I sort of like, but it was between, I would say, 12:30 to around 2:30. Because that's where we were at the food court with that woman. And it, to me, I was in disbelief. I was like, what the fuck? What the
If
fuck
that didn't
is
make
this?
sense, you're going to a festival, where half the people are always intoxicated. Who knows?
Because that's the
what
promise
someone
of the
will do when
festival,
they see
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and like, okay, I guess that was off, but I don't know if we can blame the organizers for that.
Okay, so the question I want to ask you, who do you think we should blame?
Those three guys in the video.
How did
No,
you?
them
How,
they're
okay,
working
how
with
did
a
they?
company.
There is
Talking with a particular company that was one of the...
So let me ask you, want to tell me that there are people who could come into a festival, set up a makeup kit, do all these prosthetics, and security notices nothing, and they get and do this thing, and then tell me the festival was secure.
I mean,
That means someone could have had enough time to come in there.
the particular festival in question, yes, that can happen.
But then it becomes an act of negligence. That means someone could have come in there, had enough time to mine ammonium nitrate, sort of like refine it and build a bomb.
It was a camp we give you. You can't do that
By
conclusion.
magic, it's sort of like that. If I say that, I assume no one was checked entering the festival, right? If you say they sneak, that means no one was checked entering the festival.
Okay, there was definitely. I'm not defending them.
Don't say you're not defending them.
You are coming to that defense.
No. What you're trying to figure out is who is at blame.
The person,
Who is to blame? Yeah.
Okay, so let me lay it out for you. So the actors were under a company called Wakaliwood. Wakaliwood was one of the, I guess, providers, entertainment providers.
Authorized by
the
Talent
festival.
Africa.
That Nyege hired. And when this guy got arrested and these guys are appealing for him to be removed, they're saying that their activities were sanctioned by Nyege. So it's tricky. Like, was Nyege aware that these guys were there to entertain? Yes. Was Nyege aware of the means they were going to use to entertain? We don't know. But who should be held responsible for that?
No,
You know what I mean?
talk. True, but like, anyway, I guess it's something we'll figure out.
Yeah.
Enough Nyege bashment for today.
Coward.
For the East
Coward.
African Nyege bashment crew.
But yeah, I feel like enough Nyege bashment. But yeah,
Who was the head of the Bashman crew?
Oh, wow, Wairi.
it was
Really?
Good busy,
You
man.
don't love child.
Did they?
Wasn't it
Did,
that chick?
did they
What's
have
her name?
Nazizi?
Nazizi.
Did they have a head?
You're Nazi.
Did they even have a head?
Was it an autonomous body of
This guy
friends
is
moving
Nazizi.
together?
But you're
Nazizi.
Nazizi.
You're
Just go
Bashman.
with
Wait,
it.
wasn't
You're
Baby
like-
cool part of
I
Baby
feel
Wine?
like, bro.
Baby
What
Wine.
was it?
Cool,
Was-
baby cool.
I remember there was the East African
Peter
Reggae
Miles.
bashment crew.
Peter
Yeah,
Miles.
Peter Miles.
Peter
Ah, they were
Miles,
separate.
Animation.
That's what I was
So-
thinking.
so-
African reggae bash.
Peter Miles and Nation.
Yeah.
Peter Miles and Nation joined the East African Reggae Bashment group. It was a collaboration between the two groups.
that was
The
a
East
sick
African
era,
Reggae
bro.
Bashment crew was Bebe Cool, Nazizi,
And
and
Wairi.
Waire.
Okay, but that jam was a
But
bang.
that's what those guys. Those guys sort
Shout out
of
to
were,
them.
were in their bag. If I had royalties, they would still be rich to this day.
Listen, me, I'm excited to see how this plays out. I wish you the best. Obviously, I'll help you whatever way I can. And yeah, man, let's just wait and see how it happens. It was definitely it was wild.
But I also
Wow.
think is that it's not only Nyege. Multiple people organize concerts here and feel like they don't have any responsibility to the concert attendees to provide them safety and a good experience. It's shrugged off as collateral
Yeah, it's
damage.
like let's just
It's-
provide
it's-
you
yeah.
the artist. The
And
rest
then
is
they
up
were-
to you.
yeah, it's like, but it's not. That's not how. Because it's a business.
Do we have anything in the law as regards to this?
I am glad you
Yeah,
asked.
yeah. Now I feel like we stop it there. Let's stop it there. We'll discuss this later.
I'm glad you asked.
We'll discuss this
You'll
later.
discuss this later.
But the
Hey,
short answer is yes.
yes.
We do it.
Yeah.
Right,
A
right.
lot.
Palette cleanser topic.
Before we go to
Okay,
other
okay,
topics,
okay, let's
Okay.
get something to cleanse
Let's
the
get some-
palette.
no, okay.
Something
Have
live.
you-
after
have
the
you-
topics, there was
Oh, yeah,
something in the comments last time for you.
For me?
Did you address it?
No.
From this guy called Yuri or Uri. I said to Melvin on the subject of album of the year, away from Afrobeat. Have you changed your opinion on Wasteland by Brent Fires?
No.
Damn.
Still a terrible album, bro.
Damn.
But I have changed my mind on. I haven't fully changed my mind on Ashake, but it's a good album.
Very
Definitely a good album. But the one that's a very good album is the Omale album.
Oh, yes, I wanted to say, I've also changed my
Boy
mind.
Alone.
I listened to it.
A Boy Alone?
I listened to it as a boy alone.
Nah,
And I was like,
You just need that
that boy is not alone.
Bro,
That boy is
that album
not
is so. I
alone.
really don't understand how that album went under the radar.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
No,
Talking about the new
Okay.
Omale album.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
called
watch
Boy
our
Alone.
episodes. Trevor?
I watched the.
This is
I am googling
grabbed
that
you.
thing.
Boy
This
Alone.
is my thing, bro.
Which
Your
is it?
consolation is you're a nyege.
Bro,
I-
that is easily a top 2 album this year.
Thank
That album
you.
is so good, but okay, Omale is sick. when I was listening, I remember Magic saying how bro he relates to it, everything that he's saying is great. I was like, bro, what is Magic relating to? I was like, yo, the things Omale is saying are wild,
Bro,
I'm like, what is Magic
I
relating
listened to
this
that album as a boy alone,
No, that album
and
has
I'm
no
telling you,
skip.
it's actually a good album.
That's what,
Mm-mm.
let me tell you something. That Justin Bieber feature is one of the best Justin Bieber songs I've ever heard. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I didn't like that.
It's called
song,
Attention.
but-
Wallahi, that's one of the best Justin Bieber songs I've ever heard.
Maybe
For
for you.
us.
Maybe I can allow that.
Nah.
But it was
That's a good album. That's
It's a good
But it
album.
was
I
a
just
dope
did-
album.
Man, I think I just have beef with like.
And
white
I'm
people
doubling down
jumping
on my
Afrobeat
Buju,
songs.
on my, his name is Benson now.
Benson,
I have to double
FKE.
down. I have to double. That
Nah.
album is fire.
Speaking of this
Buju,
Afrobeat jazz, have you
beginning to
seen this? Have you heard the Calm Down remix, Reman?
Yeah, I don't like it.
What-
I
thoughts?
don't
couldn't
like
do
it.
I don't think about it.
Have you seen the video?
We don't want to. We're not interested in this
Just in
topic.
case,
You
I
are
haven't seen
here,
that video. Remember is coming to UG
Hey,
at the end of next month.
yeah.
The beginning or the end? The
End of
beginning.
next month.
bro, like,
October.
I'll tell you my thoughts on that song, bro. Like, that song was trash, bro.
Song is terrible.
I'm happy that it exists. I'm happy that it exists.
Why would you?
But why would I be happy? Number one, they put Rema on. Selena Gomez. First of all, they released a video on her channel.
Yeah, it's so like diverse his fan.
His fan base.
He
I
gets
won't,
exposure
guys,
to,
I
like,
won't
new
hold
fan
you.
base, yeah.
I won't hold you. The chances that Selena Gomez fans
Well,
like
the same-
Rema a thin to none, bro.
I'll
But-
take those chances.
Yeah, but I will take the few that come.
Like the 10.
That was,
No,
was
like 10%.
That was an objectively
That
bad
song is
song.
horrible.
Bro, let me ask, like, what
Rema
is it
did his
about,
best.
like, these Western acts jumping on these Afrobeat jumps?
Thank
Like,
you.
it
Thank
sounds
you.
so
It is
void of life,
it is,
bro.
Another
it
thing.
is because Afrobeats is the thing. Afrobeats is selling, and they want to join the train.
But can they even, like, just, like,
Did you
try
finally?
and pretend
But how about
to have some soul?
how about Ed Sheeran on Peru?
Okay, Ed Sheeran gets a pass.
It was
Only
good.
exception.
It was
Ed
good.
Sheeran on Peru, Ed Sheeran on the Burna Boy song.
you
Yeah.
guys.
He actually blends in.
Did you finally finish
doesn't stand out.
Ashake album?
I did.
Did you hear the Russ song?
The Ras.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Was it a bad song?
I like every part. I like Ras is the only part I don't like in that song. Personally,
You know what's interesting to me? I feel like now it's now ingrained in guys' minds just that when they see a foreign act with an African act, they're just going to hate it.
That's me.
No, I like
Because
the
even
song
like to
except
you,
that
man.
because this is my thing. This is my thing. The song is not even an Afrobeats song. Like the beat is not an Afrobeats beat. It's just Ashake saying Ashake shit on like a regular like R&B sounding beat, and then Russ rapping to that. So separately, Russ will sound good rapping on that beat. Ashake is the one who.
Separately is the keyword.
Yeah. But bro, even let me
You need
tell
to
you.
make two different songs.
I need to just land my point. I didn't think that was a bad song. I just think that guys are automatically when they see a guy with
Yeah.
an African guy, they just hate it.
I didn't think it was a
Me-
bad
me,
song
I
like
think
that.
that's me.
I just wish
think
there's
that's
a.
me.
Yeah.
I just had a version without Ras that they also dropped, like just the Asake part.
Yeah.
Because Ras, I like that switch up in vibe.
Because I won't lie.
I
Like
know.
even, where did we begin this debate from last time? Was it like Call Me Every Day?
What? What's Call Me Every Day?
The Chris
Yeah,
Brown
Love You Every
Wizkid
Day.
song.
No, we started it from.
Asake Buju.
No, not in the last episode. It was a while back. When we
Yeah, I
were
can't
talking about,
remember.
like-
We've talked about this so many times.
I think it was with Dennis when we were talking about it.
Uh-huh.
How these guys are jumping on Afrobeat things, and for me they just don't sound.
Don't sound good.
It sounds so. But I'm happy that they exist, that these songs exist. I'm happy that Madonna has a song with Fireboy, that it exists.
The most random collab.
What did you guys-
Random,
What
but
do
I
you
don't
guys
like
think
the
of
song.
The Latino and African collabs.
Like roller coaster. What?
Yeah, like roller coaster. Yeah.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
you know when like a dish makes sense in your head, and you're like, bro, if I put these two ingredients together, it's going to slap. And then you put them together and choose, and you're like, this doesn't taste how I thought it would taste, bro. That's how the Latino and African thing is right now, bro. The guys have failed to find common ground, bro. It's just so. The blend just hasn't happened perfectly yet. And if Burna Boy fails to make that blend might just never happen.
I think it's just very hard to blend onto an Afrobeats jam, bro. Like Afrobeats jams, even just as they are, they're too hard. Like they're too hard to sing, bro. They're too melodic. The flows switch up way too much. Like if you're coming with like a regular flow, like you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. You have to do something crazy to fit on that track, bro.
Someone has to bend.
Yeah.
One of you has to just do the
If you notice,
Afrobeats thing.
all of them, you kind of have one of the guys doing what the other one does. It's more or less like doing the same
I
thing.
don't know, Roller Coaster is a good song. Like, it's playing in
Roller
my head
Coaster,
right
I know.
now. It's playing in my... But then when the Latin guy jumped in, I was just kind of...
When you try to sing that Kagwa Bad Bunny,
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
You should have done your own.
I don't know.
Nah,
Yeah.
but on that Selena Gomez jam, bro, like
And
that thing
that's
was
Have you
like
guys listened to Oxlade's drop?
Which one? He dropped an album?
There were 2 songs.
not yet.
They are interesting. That's all I can say.
Are they not cool?
He didn't sing.
It's not Colossal. Hey, what does he do?
One is EDM, another one is like rock. That's it.
But he's not
No
singing.
singing.
As
So
in
he
he's
said
not singing the
interesting.
rock song.
No singing.
Or maybe
Just
that's
the
like...
beat.
No, you know how like some artists have the same name? That's a completely different
Man,
guy.
it came.
No
it,
way.
it came
You
amongst
think
the
there's
guys
another
I
guy
was
called
on
Follow
his
me.
page. It's on his page. No, let me tell you. My Spotify does that.
Like which two
Let me
artists?
check. Let me check.
Let me see who
Let
I
me
can
see if it's
use.
Oxlade.
There's this rapper that I follow called IDK, but then there's also now some other EDM guy called IDK. When the EDM IDK drops, it comes on my like stuff to listen to.
IDK has dropped.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not
Maybe it's
commenting
a
on this
different guy.
segment
On this-
because I listen to classical music.
Listen,
Nah,
look at
we're
shit.
only discussing classics right now, bro.
Listen.
And that Ashake album. But have you seen me now that Ashake guy is dropping a new jam? We have to first discuss that guy. What's happening? He drops like a jam every other week, bro.
Yeah, that's his. I think that's how he's trying to.
That's
blow.
his MO.
And it's working. It's working. He stays
Bro.
in a conversation.
Every week. Because he literally just dropped an album.
you laughing?
And now I saw him teasing another jam on Snap.
Is it because I'm yawning like this?
I saw some
laughing at me.
theory on Nani on Twitter that apparently that might be YBNL, Yahoo Boy, that label. Apparently they might be doing some kind of like experiment to see how much the market can take, bro, from one singular artist before they get.
But I think also Olamide did something like that. There was a point where he was just dropping every week.
Not like this, bro.
Yeah.
This guy is dropping every day, bro.
Every day.
Feels like he literally just dropped an album, and he has a single coming out. That has never happened before in my recent memory.
No, those guys do that when they're going to drop like a deluxe, and then all the ones they've dropped will go into the deluxe.
But the deluxe coming like 2 weeks after. Like,
Yeah, actually, it comes like a week after.
maybe in the States. But Afro beats.
They are showing you how to keep the pace. They are telling you need to catch up. You need
Okay.
to do this.
That's a good topic.
Palette cleanser.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Queen's funeral and how they put presidents on a bus?
I did, bro.
But you guys, it wasn't only African.
Yeah, they put
presidents
all
on bus.
presidents,
They
man.
put presidents.
Even the emperor of Tokyo, the
Yeah.
emperor of Japan, and his empress were on the bus. Because
They
think,
put everyone on the
because
bus.
think about it. And if everyone had their own convoy, and they invited 160 heads of state, how many days do you think it would take to like ford that traffic and actually say that queen?
Oh, was that guy was in like a rap thing, the Emperor of Tokyo?
I'm not sure, but I saw the emperor of Tokyo somewhere. I don't remember what he was wearing. The emperor of Japan was on the
I
bus.
feel like the Emperor of Japan is not the
Prime Minister.
yeah, he's not the Prime Minister.
So you think he's a small man?
Not a small man,
But it's not
but
the
not
big
as
boy.
big.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like we're not
He's
sitting on
been
your whole
small
state, we're
boyed.
just sitting on your kingdom. Like it's like putting the Kavaka instead of the president on the bus.
No, but they put everyone on that thing.
But to be honest with you, the emperor of Japan is likely more powerful than most African heads of state. But anyway, but I think Africans sort of like got incensed. I wouldn't say it was a weird reaction because some people were like, hey, they're finally on the bus. They're not like common. And guys are like, how could they be on the bus? And I'm like, how is you want them to get there? To walk? It's a means of transportation. But I feel like somehow we have sort of like we have built a culture of like exalting leaders. It's just you're just a human being doing a job. Now that job might have more
I'm
responsibility.
just finding
than the other.
I'm just finding out
About
about
this now.
the fact that no, I saw the pictures. I didn't know people were like pissed.
Nah, me, I think that it just came at a crazy time. Like she died, guys shot on her from all the colonial countries. Everyone was mad. What guys were like, she did this, she did that. She
And
did that.
then the South African
Then our presidents go there and
a
she's
bus.
like, go to the back of that bus. Bro, I don't know, man.
Which of our leaders went?
Ruto
I
was
saw
front and
Ruto.
center, bro.
Ruto
The
was-
the
Tanzania
Tanzanian.
chick.
Uganda?
We sent a
Nah,
representative.
who did we send over?
Was it JJ Odong? I saw JJ Odong.
Nadu can sit on the bus. Maybe can sit on it. That's different, you see.
I feel like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I respect our president more for not having gone. And this may sound a bit harsh. I have things to do, bro. Send someone.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Send condolences.
Yeah, to be fair, our president is very
He's tactical.
but it's also very like anti-colonialism.
Yeah.
Like his mindset is very like
Yeah.
stay away from my shit. So I'm not surprised that he didn't go.
Me too. Like he sort of like has this Pan-Africanist stand.
Yeah. At heart.
And for him,
Yeah.
it kept on brand, and I respect that.
I respect
That
it.
is something I can get behind. I know that's cool.
But I'm also 100% certain that he didn't go partly because he probably wouldn't feel safe on the bus.
Maybe.
Yeah, regardless that all our presidents are there, he's probably like, bro, I'll catch something.
Well, did those presidents have their bodyguards on the bus?
That
with
was
them?
my question. And someone looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, so who is their security?
I did.
Like at least.
The royal guy.
Let me tell you,
You
they
didn't
did
get
that-
one.
But
They did that, yeah.
I think it would be insulting for them to bring their security when they're
Insulting.
When the UK is like
Don't put me on a bus and then say that I'm insulting you by asking my security to run on the side of the bus. Yo, my bodyguards would have run alongside that bus.
Why?
Bro.
You have like the SAS covering the whole thing.
Yeah, fuck that
They're
SAS.
they're
I don't
like-
trust them. Those are guys who killed Bob Marley. That's how you
I
go.
don't have enough information to comment
That's
on
how
that.
you
man.
go. Nah, anyway, in all seriousness, bro, I thought it was dead. But like I understand it logistically.
Yes, there was no other way to get
But
160 heads of state for that funeral in time. If each of them maybe had like a 2-car convoy.
question: if they had just decided not to go, would it have been looked at as like I don't know, like defiance
see,
or something?
Each of them had a decision to make and they made it. Like our own very country did not go. Was they looked at upon as defiance? there are polite ways to engage with others. You can send
You can
envoys.
send someone. That's
You can send
That's
someone.
true. That's true.
And we did send someone. We didn't send a message. Other heads of state wanted to go there because we don't understand the relationship they have with that country. But for the ones who didn't go, I don't think it was a thing of defiance. Just being cordial.
I don't think there's anyone that just outright didn't go. Like I'm sure there was a representative from almost every
Yeah,
country.
because it's diplomatic relations.
Yeah.
You need these. You need these people. You can't shut your back to the world in the world we live in. It's just about being cordial. They could have sent someone. They'd be like, "Our magic gun represent our country. Go hold the flag."
That's just so crazy, bro. Because I'm just thinking about all the other times that diplomats visit like our countries. Like no matter what the logistics look like, they're not putting them on a bus, bro.
Nah, get relax, Chogam. Those
A
guys
bus?
were on buses.
Which
Yes.
ones?
The heads
those,
of
are the,
states.
those weren't the diplomats, bro. Those weren't the guys.
Chogam buses.
Those are assistants.
Get busy.
Which president they put on a bus?
Not presidents.
Even
like
not
the
even an
envoys.
ambassador. bro.
envoys.
The envoys, they put them on buses.
They were on buses.
Which ones, guys?
Because for Chogam, what
Chogam.
happens? Each government sends a delegation, right?
Mm.
From the Commonwealth heads of government meeting. So each government sends their delegation of the heads of that government. So they are all special envoys. And then buses. How else are you going to transport like 500 people, each in their own car?
Logistically, it makes sense, but man,
Logistically,
still,
it definitely makes sense, bro.
I get your point.
Also,
I didn't like
also
it.
the
You
thing
saw
is,
that meme of them having vendors.
I want,
This bus was in Africa.
but the thing is, I want to remind all people watching this video that even African leaders are human beings.
Yeah.
You're there.
And the sooner you accept that, the easier our lives will be. Like the thing is that, okay, maybe their job comes with like more stress and needs for them to work a bit harder. But you should not forget that it's still a job that you will leave at the end of the day. So relax, man.
To be fair, I think
sit on the bus. Sit on the bus.
I think some of them enjoyed it. Probably think that being a
Catching
president,
up with your boy.
I think can be a bit lonely being a president. You're always in your car alone. You can't just talk to guys how you want.
Guys who can
Yeah.
relate to your
Yeah,
job.
guys who know what to
Like when
really
the
do.
budget has jammed.
Man,
Bro, it
even
looked like
mine,
those
bro.
guys had
This is what
a
I did.
blast. Like I wish that someone could do like a movie about that bus ride and how guys are just chatting.
Someone
shit
should
on
link
the
a
car.
footage,
Where's
bro.
Shari?
Leak that snap.
Right, Shari, make a movie, man, about the president on a bus.
Someone should make a hurry.
Call it snakes on a bus.
Me, what,
Yeah.
what I learned about, what I noticed and what I learned in this whole like funeral thing of the Queen, bro, is just how much power that person actually has, that king or queen of England.
That is true.
Those guys actually have a lot of power in real life, bro.
Mm.
Did you know that the king can go and dissolve parliament in the UK, like
Yeah.
legally?
They can.
It's just that if he tried to do it, there'd be like consequences and pushback from the people because they've removed kings before. But he
it's
can do
possible.
it. He can do it.
And it's not just the UK.
Of all the countries where he's the head of state.
Everything where they're the head of state. So even like New Zealand,
Thailand,
Fiji,
bro,
all that jazz.
So I found out just how far this guy's influence is, bro, to this day, bro.
But
The Queen's face is on the money in Australia.
I know this might be like a side step, but for me, the king I loved the most
King, you love them.
was the Thailand one. That man in this day and age,
What happened?
he had a harem. He used to in this he had a harem,
Is that the guy who had so many Ferraris?
and I don't know, but what I know about
Nah,
him,
that's not. That's not.
what I know
Thailand
about
guy.
him
That's
that
a different guy.
he had a harem.
What's a harem?
Of girls.
Harem is like a
Harem.
it's like the collection
It's
of your
a-
concubine.
It's
and
a
wife.
genre of manga. Harem. Slice of life.
What is wrong with you? Why are you like this?
This is you.
What other countries except than the voice mentioned, which are still like active monarchies?
Canada.
There's Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada. She's
For
the head
real?
of state of
Yeah.
Canada. Yeah.
Also, the ones where you see that the head
Australia.
of state is a prime
He's a
minister.
prime minister.
The monarchies.
Yeah.
There's and then a bunch of Caribbean
There's New
countries.
Zealand. There's Fiji. I think even like a bunch of those other islands.
Even a
Barbados just
bunch
last
of-
year.
Even
actually.
most European countries are also still there, bro. Because most of them still have their monarchies.
Denmark.
The old ones, yeah.
But a
I
lot
feel
of
like
them like
Denmark is
completely
though.
took off
Denmark
the
is a
monarchy.
republic,
Like,
right?
the
No,
French
the-
I know
I think
killed
like
the king
Denmark
is
is
the
Denmark
king
is
is
a
still
republic,
there, but then the head of state is a prime minister. Isn't that what it is in? Is in Germany the prime minister?
They have a
Germany,
chancellor or
politically,
something.
Chancellor,
Chancellor,
yeah,
yeah,
chancellor.
something like that.
Yeah,
Who's
the
the current one, by the way?
it's that guy. I forget his name, but he's like
Couldn't
that
tell
guy.
Some guy.
Otto van
You know
Bismarck.
that
He wishes.
that funeral, that one day cost 9 million euros.
Only. I think the
And they
demo.
but they did that shit for days, bro.
That one day of the funeral Just that one day. Cost 9 million euros.
That's
What
a lot
just
of
like-
money.
I feel like they are frugal. They made good use of their money.
They
True.
did not use. They did not.
They did not.
You didn't see that 9 name, eh?
There's no way that they.
With those
were
buses,
frugal, bro.
eh?
They did that for 12 days, didn't they? From the point she died, not the funeral, but like the occasions.
10
Kept moving
days.
up from to different castles, different this, different that. So guys spent bank.
Did you see them that they were arresting people who were shouting,
Protesting,
protesting the king and shouting
yeah.
that Prince Andrew is disgusting
You know that's treason, eh?
Trees.
But the
against the king? Eh?
But the thing,
For them.
If UK.
That's treason.
but
bro.
the thing is that Prince Andrew was never tried by a jury of his peers. I'm also like coming here to say
Who are his peers?
that's the question. Now, what his peers? Like, there's any other princess who can sort of like try him?
His cousins.
And the whole case was sort of like marked with irregularities.
Oh, yeah, he was also there at the funeral, right? I think I saw him there.
Yeah, he showed up. He showed up for.
They refused him to wear the suit, the military.
Wasn't that Harry?
Wasn't that Harry? I think
Harry
it was
wore it
Harry.
eventually. But they said they jammed 2 guys over.
I think it was Harry. They refused Harry to wear the thing at some point. I don't know if it was
No,
particularly
eventually
the
he
funeral.
wore it. Eventually he wore it. They wanted to refuse him to.
But we have to agree that that funeral was cool, you guys.
What was cool about it?
I didn't watch
It
it.
was-
I
I saw
didn't
them-
watch the entire thing.
Just breaking the stick, and then when she went down,
That guy was playing that thing,
the trumpet.
a bagpipe,
Mm.
and he disappeared.
I wonder how. I wonder how the
When
other
you
guys
Samurai
feel.
Jack,
Like,
a bagpipe guy.
What was his name? The guy that a machine gun
Yeah,
leg.
flying Scotsman or something.
I wonder how those other guys in the other countries feel. Like
What?
Scotland, Ireland,
It's mixed feelings.
Wales.
It's mixed feelings.
I saw some
It's
guys
really-
chanting from Scotland. It was like a football
Lizzie.
pitch.
Lizzie's in our box.
Lizzie's
That
in
was
our
Ireland.
box.
That was
Ireland.
Yeah. No, the Ireland guys, remember the time when they were at war, like that Peaky
Yeah,
Blinder
yeah, yeah.
era, they were fighting.
Even Scotland.
I think to this day.
Eh?
Yeah, like Northern Ireland.
Oh,
Is it
even
Northern
Scotland
Ireland and
was
the
at
Republic of
war.
Ireland?
Ah.
Northern Ireland, I think, is part of the United Kingdom.
Then
Then
that
the
guy's just
Republic is.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Northern Ireland is part of the UK.
Fair enough.
Scotland, Wales, then like the main Britain.
Oh shit! Speaking of Charles, King
Mhm.
Charles,
Prince Charles.
The
did you
third.
guys see the video when he's like shaking people's hands?
And the
And
black.
then there's a black guy. There's a black guy who wants to shake his hand, and he skips him in the weakest
Yeah,
way.
the guy.
He skips him like he's leaving, and then he just continues shaking other people's
No.
hands
The
after.
guy did something like, like he
Yeah, he was
brushed
like,
him
hell
off.
nah, bro.
Like nah,
Who
bruh.
brushed King
But
Charles?
Charles, yeah.
Prince Charles.
But the thing is, this man,
Prince Charles.
I like calling him King Charles.
this man is at least 60 years old, right?
73.
73. So of course we know that there's a bit of like
It's racist.
there's a bit of just a tinge.
I mean,
of-
we know a
of
bit,
racism there.
A
but we
bit.
don't know. We don't
A
know.
bit,
On
eh?
some, I'm not going to shake your hand because you're black. Like
That day sounded like a
that's
beat.
not a bit.
No, but like if
I
it's
saw
that
I
serious.
saw the video and someone said, "Black man, what are you doing there? What are you doing to yourself?
And I mean,
Black
like,
guys
so
are
black man, you are
dying.
alone. Black man, you are alone.
why are you
The
there?"
irony is like yesterday I went back to watch Django
After
after watching all these things and I was like, raw. The racism thing is real, man.
yeah,
Bruh, if that girl couldn't even shake a black guy's hand, imagine like what that Meghan Markle chick must have gone
man,
through.
what she's
bruh.
going through till now. You
Just
guys.
when she just being alive, her presence in that family must be like.
what her kiddos are going to go through.
But the thing is,
But I don't think they left.
what happens is that, for example, when you saw people celebrating the Queen's death, right? When white people posted it, no one complained. But this black professor posted the thing, and then Jeff Bezos says, "This is disgusting. This is someone changing the world." And this is Jeff Bezos, a dude where people have to sort of like actually pin bottles so they can keep working at Amazon. A dude who opposed people forming a union was judging her for saying she was saying wrong things about like wishing the Queen
Yeah, I
death.
want.
But the thing that the Queen's during the Queen's reign, the UK was still being responsible for acts of like exploitation in African countries, and people think that these things magically disappeared and went away. Like no, they're were still suffering effects
Guys are
from
not
colonialism.
happy, man.
Like and but the thing
Guys
is,
are what?
Guys are not happy.
guys are not happy. Guys
With
are
the Queen's dead?
No, with the UK.
Because the thing is that whenever you, we have to say colonialism still has its effects going on up to this very day, and when we do, we can think about how we respond to people's anger. Because if people have the right to be mad at these things, you can't expect them to clap for the things you have exploited them for and become rich off of. Like that's how if I come and steal from you, even if it takes 20 years and I stole from you without me apologizing or like making it right, if a sort of something bad happens to me, you don't feel happy about it. You'll be like, man, good for you. I am glad it happened to you. Now you feel the same way I did when that shit happened to me. And that's how people feel about like colonialism stuff, because the UK has never, I wouldn't say has never, but there hasn't been a comprehensive sort of like, I would say, amends to these things. There have been like some aid exchanges, cultural exchanges, but it's still ongoing. There's still like lots of stuff to be done to make these things right. And people should understand that before they sort of like bash people for being angry. When niggas get angry, it happens.
I'm good.
This was my rant podcast.
Magics. What do you talk about, bro?
Nah, palette cleanser topic from Lizzie's in a box.
Why do you have a link on your phone?
Yeah, bro,
I don't give
because
flowers.
that's my next topic, but let Magic go. Let
Nah.
Magic go.
I've been seeing this is now completely like offside. What do you guys know about skin bleaching?
Nothing.
What do we know about it? I know that guys can do it with like
bleaching?
What
I
do you
know,
know?
I know people do it with like a cream and then also with injections. I know that it's mostly in like colonial countries where guys look up to white people. I know.
Just
it's
his smile is so
dangerous.
sinister when he's
Yeah,
mentioned
like
this
I haven't
topic.
hit it yet. He hasn't gotten what I want yet. That's about all I know, man. I know it's kind of dangerous. I don't know how dangerous it is. And I know when guys do it, everyone thinks that they have like low self-esteem and they hate themselves. That's all I know, bro.
Nah, okay. The reason I'm asking is because I found this account on Snapchat. It's called Nas of Lagos, bro.
Yes, you're the one who put me onto that
Yeah,
nonsense.
Bro.
Yo, that channel, that page is weird.
Bro,
bro.
like I'm
what's
so
on
happy I
that
found that page. So basically, Nas of Lagos, she is I want to say plastic surgeon, cosmetics specialist. She doesn't
Yeah.
cut people. She doesn't go,
Yeah.
like she has very non-invasive procedures, but she does like skin bleaching, hip and bum improvements, like fat
Botox.
loss. Botox,
she
lip
good at
fillers.
is she good at her job? Show us the
I'd-
videos.
I'd
Okay.
say
Yes, she
I'd
is.
say,
She is. To answer your question,
the
one.
results are
Yes.
there. But like, she just mainly shows like thick chicks who have like cellulite and like dips and stuff like that, and then so they inject them and everything will become kind of like round
Smooth.
and like smooth.
So she can like iron out those like
Yeah.
kinks. Yeah.
She can sort of like do some pan of
No, it's an injection, bro.
Bro,
It's an injection.
No, that's the thing. I always thought that like this skin.
What's in that injection?
I always thought that this.
Botox.
She has several injections. This
Yeah.
chick only does injections. Like even
Yeah.
for the skin bleaching, I thought it was a cream. She has an injection for that. So she has lip fillers. She has lip filler injections. She has fat burning injections. She has butt injections. She has all kinds of injections. But let me read to you guys some of the names of these injections, bro. She has let me read them to you. So she has
It's what it's a menu.
Yes,
This is
the
the
menu.
menu, yeah.
This is the menu. She has nasolabial fold correction with filler, lipo injections that burn fat. Now, she has stem cell injections that reverse aging and they give results in 72 hours. She has
That can't be.
she has a genetic injection that can change the dark gene in you into a fair gene. And even your kids will be born light skin.
This is like Dr. Octopus.
Bruh, I was like,
This is like mad genius.
what chemical is that that changes
What
your
the hell?
genes, bro?
I mean, gene editing technology has been
CRISPR.
CRISPR, and they're now developing. I think now they're on.
That sounds like a name of that chick we were saying earlier. What was that name?
I can't say it, but
Yeah.
I know it.
But I don't know. I don't know with CRISPR whether it's injections, because I feel like it should be more complex to edit genes.
Then
And just
inject the
inject it.
area.
Because if Tech has gotten to that, if
Where
Science
the
has
hell
gotten
do they
there,
even
I'm worried
inject you?
to change.
Where
your
does
genes.
she inject you?
Bro, that's also what I wanted to know, bro.
What
Like,
does changing your genes even mean? Let's first get to like the.
thank you.
Let's get to the most important bits here. What does that mean? Does
It's,
Are they?
it's an inhibitor that inhibits the production of melanin. So it basically like attacks that gene that makes your body produce melanin.
Some
It inhibits
Yeah,
that.
that's some self-hating
But
shit.
if you if you live, let's say if you live in around the tropics, why would you do that to yourself? Because they're making your skin more prone to UV light.
yeah.
For the gram.
You know, melanin is also.
For the gram.
But I want to remind the guys watching that melanin is not for vibes. It's actually for guys who live near the equator, near the tropics. It's to prevent you from getting sunburn.
These chicks want to leave though.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, these chicks want to leave.
Fair point.
Yeah, bro, I don't understand it, but it seems like she's making money. Seems like she's living well.
But me, I'm going to go and check out the final product.
No, And I thought that the people who are doing it were people who didn't feel like confident about themselves and whatever. But no, bro. Like the people who come to our office, they post that they've gone to our office. Like it's like a thing. They
But-
make it like a day to
But
go and see hangover clinic.
them posting, I mean, they're confident about themselves. Them posting that they're at the clinic and them getting an injection, and then that means they're confident about themselves. And that's the whole
True.
point of cosmetic procedures. You get them so that you can show that you're now confident about yourself.
To
But you're
become
confident about yourself in the
confident.
first place. You wouldn't go there. You'd sort of sit back and be like, man, I'm dark AF. This is moi. This is my life.
I guess it just has more of a stigma around it here, getting certain procedures. That doesn't appear to be there when I watch Nurse of Lagos snaps.
Do you think that stigma is mainly because it's just not accessible?
Here,
Yeah.
I think the stigma is more like
Because
people look at you like, why? Why
it's
would
a
you do
community of women.
But is it stigma or is it actual concern? 'Cause the thing is that you have to define stigma.
yeah.
Stigma is sort of like an actual attitude towards a situation someone is in that affects their life without their control. But this is not. This is in their control. For let's see the voice here, right? He looks the way he looks. And I meet him at Kenji's and do this yellow. I would not act as if it's normal. I wouldn't shrug it off. I would be like, yo, dude.
What up?
What up? Like,
That's the stigma we're talking about. That's the stigma in question.
Is that stigma or concern? Is that stigma or concern? Because the thing is, you have to use what.
Okay, listen, my thing. If you meet him and he's light skinned, you
I'm not
already know.
that
You
bad.
already know what happened.
And I guess if it's not harming
You
him,
know
if it's
that-
not sick, then it's that
Yeah.
concern is not
It's-
necessary here.
Human beings are programmed to notice changes. And our biological changes are not something just shrug off. You'll be like, how did you achieve these results? Because you'll be concerned, like, okay,
Inhibitor
okay,
injection, it tells you.
Oh my! It's the end of the day. Sorry, it's the end of the day, guys. Yo, nah. Listen, my thing about the bleaching thing is this is what I want to know. How many people do you think it takes for you to feel like a sense of community? 'Cause you know, like a sense of community, it makes you more confident in being yourself, right? When you meet
True.
more guys who are like
true,
you.
yes, true.
So, a lot of the time when I see a chick who I think has bleached, she's with another chick who I think has bleached, right? So, if in UG, someone was, how do I put this? There was someone just bleaching people, and there were more bleached guys, it wouldn't be that big of a deal anymore.
True.
Same way as it is in like Congo,
Yeah, okay, yeah,
and I'm
true.
guessing in Nigeria. So that makes sense why she can just post it like that, and guys are willing to repost and this, and that.
I think this is a better explanation. So I think of stigma, I think of critical mass. Once you form like your own band of bleached people, like it's
Band.
it's
Army. Your army of bleached.
it ceases to be about stigma. You guys are cool with it. You'll be like, oh, this is that thing. This is
Yeah,
that.
this is just what we do.
And then guys accept it.
Yo, is bleaching actually dangerous though?
The thing is that
Some types
Some,
of it,
I think
yes.
some of the
Some types of
procedures.
it are-
more evidence.
How?
For example,
cancerous.
I cannot judge people who are bleached because I have a tattoo. I've done some sort of body modification too, right? So for
Yeah.
me, it's not
You guys are gang.
it's not because they are bleached that I have an issue with. For me, for the people who are, actually for people I do not know, I have no concern whatsoever. But for the people who I know that have bleached, my concern was that whether procedure is safe and where their body is harmed. And if the answer is no, I'm like, man, go right ahead.
Go away.
Deracinate
idea-
yourself.
The idea of changing the pigment of your skin, in my mind, and I guess in everyone else's mind, it seems dangerous, right? Because it's so wild. It's the biggest organ in our body, right? It's the biggest part of our body. But I just feel like, and I'm too ignorant about this, maybe I shouldn't speak, but I just don't know if it's actually dangerous. Like, it's frowned upon, but I don't know if it's dangerous.
Let's go and do some research.
Yeah, we'll do research and come
We'll
back.
do research.
Come back to it.
Shall come back with informed opinions to support our preconceived biases.
Yo, shout out to Nurse of Lagos, though. It seems like she's working, bro.
Shout out to her, bro. And I'm
She's
loving the
working
content.
You
hard.
want to go?
You're
I'm loving the content.
Yeah, for it. Listen. I don't know though. I don't know if I.
You'd bleach.
Nah, we'll save that one for Patreon for MOBJAZZ after dark. Yeah. Which one? Who was they were dark skin?
Now they are lighter.
Maybe cameras have changed.
Yeah, better
Maybe cameras
equipment.
have changed. Maybe they started using makeup because makeup can do that.
Yeah.
There are many factors.
Oh,
outside
I don't think
the-
guys heard. I don't think that listeners heard. But in case you guys didn't hear, Windek was saying that there was a TikTok and it was showing all the Ugandan popping women artists, and they were showing what they looked like 10 years ago and what they look like today. And the thing they had in common was that they were all light skinned.
darker skin.
They're all darker skin back then and light skin now.
I mean, there are many factors to that. Bleaching being one of them, but some
Even money, man.
Life, man. Yeah, life changes.
Better
And
run into
you've
money.
been in
yeah,
the
but
sun
honestly,
as
that's an app. That's an app.
How,
I'm gonna buy it.
how does money improve your complexion?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
What's
But
saying
it
improved,
does.
right? Even the language is messed up, bro. Improved.
You see, you call this living there.
Yeah.
Dr.
damn.
Uma would be in this studio.
Yeah.
He'd be like, improve.
No, but money
It's
can improve your
crazy.
complexion.
No, me, my only argument is makeup.
You can
That's only. No, like I just think that the makeup makes them browner.
I think money really improves it.
It does, man.
Improves
But I'm using the
how?
word improve,
Improves.
man.
Changes.
yes,
Changes.
Okay, some of them definitely.
It can also
bleached.
improve, maybe not from darker to lighter, but like
Right.
from
Darker.
like maybe you had like your skin needed help and now
And
it's
it's
you've got
clearer.
help. You can afford
It's
the help.
clear, right?
Yeah, it's clear, and maybe that is what's making guys appear.
But also,
It's lighter.
Also,
Could be brighter.
Another thing is that, for example, when you have money, you're less exposed to natural elements. If you're working in a fish market downtown, you are being in the sun all day without
Yeah.
sunscreen.
Here you're
Facts.
in an umbrella when you go to the fish
Now,
market.
if you get money in an air-conditioned car, you have like UV grade lotion. Your skin becomes
Your
better.
skin will react,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
It will react.
It will heal. And therefore, I wasn't wrong. Money will improve your complexion.
It
because
Improve your, why is it the complexion that must change, bro?
Why
because
is
like,
it improving?
Yeah,
That's
because-
my
Okay, your
question.
countenance.
My skin fairness.
You see,
It will
might
improve your
change.
countenance.
Your skin is fairer
You-
than
you-
that.
you see, if
You've
you-
just hustled too
you
much.
see, if we put
No, that's what I'm saying.
if we put a humuza in
Uh.
Gaba market for 2 months, working as a fishmonger,
I'll be
you get
darker.
Tanned, eh?
it's because you get sunburnt. These people don't have enough money to buy sunscreen. I people think Africans don't need sunscreen, but we do.
We do.
All skin does. Because it's not heat, it's UV. And the more you expose it to it, your skin becomes drier.
Okay, let me
Isn't
tell
that
you.
what the melanin
I
is for?
saw-
To block the UV rays?
It blocks some, but not all of it.
Yeah.
If you have sunscreen, it doesn't even have to. So you sort of like your skin just becomes.
Okay.
it
I
becomes
saw my
healthier.
pictures from Mombasa. eh? Busy.
You are dark. You are
I was like that
tanned.
Mirinda fruity guy.
No question. No, they can't mistake for anything else. It's what it is.
But yeah, it's true. Like people assume that African skin doesn't need sun, but it does. And the more you expose your skin to harsh elements, the more it deteriorates. Whatever complexion it is, if you get money, it will improve.
Definitely,
Light,
because
dark.
the silence.
Improve, bro.
Definitely.
Improving your complexion.
And I said for whatever complexion there is you have, if you get money, it will improve.
Whatever skin type you have.
Yes.
So let me get money.
okay.
I want to unequivocally say that I'm not saying improvement would mean coming from
become
darker to lighter.
Yeah.
I can
No, it might be
see.
darker, but it might be.
Can you
really
be
impressive.
lighter and become darker?
Is that an improvement?
What if you want that?
As an improvement.
You invest in it.
Yes.
Invest in
Yeah,
it.
you invest in
It depends on how light your skin is. Yeah.
Is it?
Not a light skin person. Usually, okay, let me
If-
just
because-
explain what I mean. Like
because-
when I see a white person with a tan,
You
I
know,
think they look nice. It's an improvement.
Yeah. Fair
See?
enough. Fair enough.
See, we have been absolved of all racial guilt. We have
Thank you, Jesse.
we have proven that improvement can go both ways. So you can improve
No,
light,
let me
or you
see.
can improve dark way.
So you guys, I can see you're very opposed to skin bleaching procedures. But what about, like, for example, a balm lift, a balm injections, and the
I like that
fat
one.
Enhancement.
We're not,
and the
we're not
lip
opposed.
fillers.
Body enhancement.
Guys put words in our mouth.
And
We're
yeah,
not
I'm
opposed.
wondering-
We're not
Yeah.
opposed. The thing is, like we say,
Okay, for you're concerned, you
Yeah,
show
concerned.
concern. For you, you're skeptical because you don't have the
I'm not sure
facts, if it's safe.
or not.
May have no opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
this is a smart
Just
man.
as though-
This is a smart man. This is a wise man. He will live long.
Yeah.
What? So I was asking. So how do you feel about, like, now, like, lip fillers, nose fill? Would you take your wife? Would you? You guys have removed all
That's
words
allowed.
from. Would you?
Well, the thing is, if
Would you be okay with?
Yes.
for someone I know, I asked them to sort of like consider a few things. First of all, the safety of the procedures, and then the longevity of the procedure after it has been done. Because you've had enough time for plastic surgery for you to know how long it it would take for a procedure sort of like be safe, right? And some procedures are now generally safe. For example, rhinoplasty for the nose jobs. You can do a nose job and you'll be good for years and nothing will happen to you. It's safe. If you go to a reputable hospital, it can improve your appearance dramatically, right? So that's the thing. Is a procedure going to harm you? If you check no, then you go ahead. After I've done the procedure, and it has been done after a long period of time, will it sort of like deteriorate to a point where your body is in harm? If still no, then do it. If it's yes, wait until the science has figured out how to make it stable, and then go in. Get the bomb. Get the boobs.
Me personally, if my significant other asked me, I'd be kind of reluctant. This is why. Because I feel like getting procedures like that becomes kind of like addictive. Like once you get one it never ends on one, bro.
True.
It never ends on one.
Like a tattoo.
Thanks,
Yeah,
bro. Once you fix your nose, now your lips, now your ears.
You only have one.
Yeah,
You're never getting another.
I'm getting another one.
Exactly.
So that's the only reason. Like you might fix the one thing, make say your nose needed just a bit of ironing, but now after that, now you want also your lips. Now you also want your breasts. Now you want your hips. Now you want.
That's an assumption.
You're ironing us.
No, do you remember Dr. 90210? Do you remember Dr. 90210? That's shown.
Yeah.
Guys were always coming in for like their third breast augmentation. This is my
I remember this one dude who for him, after his first surgery, now he just started fixing everything. Like I remember he did like his pecs.
Yeah, the guy got
want to be like Superman.
fake implant.
Want to be like Superman.
And the guy did his like.
Yeah, and I told him, how about just working out? Like,
I said, nah,
like, I'm not there.
It's a bit too much.
It's too rich.
Bread for this.
But that's the thing. Now that guy, and that's one botched. And I would say like botched guys, I would say he has lots of insipid programming, but botched is good. Because these guys will tell you, man, this procedure is not safe.
Dangerous.
We cannot do it. But people still choose to go elsewhere. They will fly to Mexico in the middle of like nowhere to do these things. And they can't be like, man, this is what I put so much sort of like silicone in my butt, and it has flipped. And that shit can infect people. Yeah. So me, that's the concern. The concern is that you should not be caught up in improving your appearance at the expense of your body. If you can improve your appearance while keeping your body healthy, do it. But I feel like if it sort of like injures your body, then you should reconsider, because then you're sort of like worsening the quality of your life. And yes, you look cool, but if the quality of your life has deteriorated, what's the point?
I won't lie, just to be shallow, there's some of them that I don't really care for. Like the lip thing, I don't really care. I know it's mostly white girls that do it, but like I don't really care for it. It looks weird to me, bro. It looks kind of.
It's not
like,
only black girls, white guys doing it, man.
No, the lip one, filler thing.
Even like a lot of African girls doing lip filler.
All Africans have lips. All Africans have lips. Look at this
That's
one.
my
lips,
thing. Like,
lips.
what are you feeling?
Yeah, my lips are fire busy.
I guess some people just want fuller lips.
Yeah, your my lips are fire.
They just want fuller lips.
Listen, it's not for me. The lip thing, it does nothing for me. But the others, I kind of get, and some of them I like.
Which one? Tell us, like which one? Which one do you like?
The important ones.
What is the important
That's
one?
why I leave it. Just follow Nas of Lagos on Snapchat, and let's move on. The Voice, give us a topic, you man.
Nah, my topics today are so shallow. Anyway, so
what do you call this? Palette cleansers. I like that term.
Okay,
I like that
let me
term.
also call it that. So this week in the US, did you see the truck that crashed?
Truck?
Yeah. No. So there was a truck that crashed on a road, and it had some contents that it was Let me just give you context. So on this highway,
I was going to throw my shoe at this guy. If you had just said a truck crashed, I was going to be bad.
On a highway, one of those, like those 4-lane highways. This truck crashed.
Well, how do you
and it was like
flipped like it?
Yeah, it flipped, and it was big, like it was like Amazon delivery type.
What was there in that
trucks? No, that's the thing. So they see it from overhead on like a helicopter or a drone or something, and then this news channel starts reporting it, and then halfway they realize the truck was full of dildos. Ooh. This is on news.
Easy.
When you're trying to address it, they're like, so what are the contents? Yeah,
phallic objects.
So we are witnessing what looks like
back to the studio. But what kills me is in the video, you should see how many cars were parked around it.
That's gross.
Like,
Bro.
just
Just picking a dildo off the road. Like, can you consider the type of woman that you are?
It's
man?
new. It's probably in that box.
That's why you picking it off
Why
the road.
why do you mean you reconsider type of woman? What is wrong with a road dildo?
A road dildo. What kind of woman are you?
It's probably in the box. One in the
your
box.
car.
That's
They
how
were in boxes, but they spilled onto the road.
that's-
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
parking your car next to a car
to,
that's
be-
just
to be honest, I would describe some of my friends as road dildos.
Wow.
parking your car
Yeah.
at the side of a truck that's
And
about to
niggas who are
explode.
all-
RDs.
Parking your car next to a truck that's about to explode and risking your life.
Get a dildo.
Just to grab one dildo. Bro, that's a different level of that.
How long does it
Then you
take?
pick more, but I'm just like,
How
oh my
long does
God,
it take
bro.
to do?
What is this about?
Pick the dildo into your
If
car,
it's
drive away.
new
What's the
and it's
big-
still, I have no problem with them picking it. I mean, like, maybe it's stealing. Maybe I can have a problem with it stealing the property.
What will you guys say at your eulogy, bro? She was a brave woman. She enjoyed life. Oh my God, that's gross.
Uh,
Yeah, man, just know a bunch of guys in that video were seen sorting through.
Sorting through
Dildo.
the
The contents.
size.
I think they're just like, so this one, it's not the right color, man. You know, so they're just there sorting.
But to be honest,
Truckload of-
but to be honest with you guys, if a truck crashed and it was full of dildos, personally I'll take one just sort of like
Yeah, nigga.
for
Pause.
keepsakes.
And I knew this topic was going to get there. I knew we was going to say something,
What?
something extremely
Do
possessive.
you remember the event?
I knew it was going to get there.
the event.
You all have that dildo in the sitting room, go hang down.
In the box.
Hell nah,
Frame
bro.
that shit and be like,
Okay, so Melvin, since you refused, what if it was like a beer truck, like a Nile thing, UBL?
Would you risk your life?
Bro, there's no circumstance where I'm risking my life.
What if it was fuel? I be seeing guys
I will die for that cause for that one.
I'm gonna be honest and I'm serious now.
Yeah,
Because the guys have died in fuel tank incidents.
yeah.
In this country,
Yeah.
we're going to get fuel. So I feel like fuel will be the riskiest.
Obviously,
But you
obviously, bro.
I know you're having fun, but you have fans out there.
Obviously.
high risk, high reward.
Yeah, honestly, bro.
But have fans there. I'm also like, man, go and do that, but please, guys. If the fuel truck
Nah.
overturns, run.
Run.
So the
Run,
one that
man.
happened, was it Banda? It was somewhere near.
Yeah.
The
This was like last
the
year,
border
right?
caused it was a few years back.
Cause the spark.
A spark. Because it was petrol. It caused a spark and the whole thing lit up.
I feel like,
Someone kicked a kickstand.
yeah, I feel like anything can cause a spike. you know,
When you're
can
dead.
even
your
the
shoe.
slightest thing. A guy has like a nail stuck under his shoe
Then
and
he
he
just
just kicks it.
Bruh. And it's like, even the air has the fumes of gas, so it's
Yeah.
like doubly dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
But
you've said with fuel, bro.
Do you know how much is the price of petrol? Give me the bottle.
Yeah. If it was one of those bullion vans, I might grab some.
Those are the worst. Actually, those ones I wouldn't even attempt, bro.
Those ones you can get shot.
Someone's money.
There's a guy inside. There's
someone.
an armed guard inside the cash.
If that shit has
What?
flipped, if that shit has flipped and like broken in half,
He has covered his head. That guy.
You think a mad car can flip and break in half?
hey guys, I know that people be like, man,
That's a good question.
don't mind what people say. Well, just live your life for you. But personally, bro, that's not something I want to go to jail for. Like, it's not even that I'm necessarily terrified of jail.
You mean
But,
getting
like-
you mean getting dildos or like the
No,
armored truck?
if, like,
okay, cool.
I've reached the age of 25. I have a good education. Like, I have a group of friends. I have hobbies. And then a truck crashes. And they arrest me for trying to steal some shit. I jumped out of my car in a suit and then ran to grab some stuff. Like, guys will be like, you know what guys will be saying?
Why?
Like, you know, some people, they just have that stealing physiology. Some people are just thieves.
Kleptomania.
They're not stealing because they want to. It's they can't help themselves. That's what guys will be saying about them.
They're proving the point.
My parents would be shocked. They'd be like, bro, what are you doing, man? Like, why have you trying to steal a bottle of beer? Why are you going to take it, boss?
For the culture.
For the one time.
In
For
fact,
the totally
if I
from
died- if I
prison.
died stealing fuel,
Actually, it's a weird coincidence. When I was going to Nyege, before we reached the Ginger Bridge, it was a spaghetti truck that had overturned.
Spaghetti, like Santa Lucia. Those things.
I don't know the brand was, but the truck.
yeah.
So what happened? The truck fell into a ditch, that trailer,
And the
container-
sparks just
and the
opened
container sort of snapped
the
the
other
side,
side.
and the sparks in the road, and police had to like contain the city.
Guys were going.
Yes, I like that.
By the time we arrived, I think like 3/4 of the spaghetti had been cleared already.
Right now in Ginger, there's a guy eating spaghetti.
Spags.
The
The guy has been selling spags. For the
So
last
what
2
happened?
weeks.
Because I took a taxi there, so I had to leave the taxi and then walk like I would say, because on the map it showed from where I was to the bridge, it was 2 kilometers. That's where the truck crashed from. And by the time I walked past the truck, because it was a bit of jam, so I told my friends, man, we can't sit in this car and wait. From here to the bridge is like 2 kilometers. Let's just walk. So I just walked before the truck, but niggas had cleared most of the sparks already, and the police was now the police had cordoned it off, saying, go away.
Yeah, I'm not going for spags, bro. That's not how I'm going.
Okay. What would you go?
Yeah, this is my next question.
If it were to happen,
A
what
truck
would
of
you go?
what has crashed?
Ah.
What truck
And
of
you
what has
pack
crashed for
and
Melvin to come out and pick one?
Paracetamol.
Or many.
I know that.
Tremado.
Truth is, it's going to sound so
Tremado.
dumb, bro. That we spoke about
Skittles.
exactly.
Skittles.
I might that one. My farmer was like, man, that guy
I
just
understand.
that was, man, he was always a Skittles boy. He couldn't have known that truck was going to explode. He risked it.
Skittles versus M&M's.
Skittles, bro.
Skittles, yeah.
Easily. I'm not really a chocolate guy like
I
that.
don't remember the
Taste of
the
M&Ms.
taste of Skittles.
It's
been a
while.
Skittles slab. But ever since the guy told me they put over what
Yeah,
whitening
that
agent,
chemical.
Yeah.
titanium
Titanium
nitrate,
oxide.
about what?
Titanium, nitrate.
Something like that. Bruh, I just gave up.
Damn,
make
I
it
don't
to
know
make
what I
it
would
white.
run for if a truck flipped.
Man, for me, to be fair, for me,
Drugs guy. Listen, let me tell you something. Maybe we'll say this off camera. We'll say it off camera.
man, you need to believe that out.
This is where you guys need to sign up for Patreon.
Yeah. Okay. What's your other topic, you man?
No, not now.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So my topic is it's just something that shocked me, bro. The last time on the pod we were talking about wealth distribution,
Mhm.
wealth distribution in Africa and what percentage of guys are. Remember that combo? Okay, first of all, 1% of Ugandans earn over 1 million shillings.
1%.
1%.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
400K
400,000
guys.
people.
Do you believe that stat? 400,000 people earn above 1 million shillings.
I feel like it should be more.
it's not a feelings thing.
Yeah, let's not even go back on
Everyone
that part.
says, I feel like
We've been here. Let me find
It
this
should be
article.
more, you guys.
Trust me, we had that
we
argument
thought the
for.
same, except that guy in Maru.
that you found the
We had
real
that
stat.
argument for time.
Because
No,
that
no,
would mean
no.
things are really bad. What do you mean?
I think that what I found actually kind of reflects what you are saying. That there's just a few guys who have mob dimes, and then everyone else is just kind of on the edge. So I found this article. The first thing was I was speaking to someone, and they said that the guy in Kampala, like the richest landlord in Kampala, wasn't Sudir. It's some guy called John Bosco Mwonge. Have you guys
Who
heard
is
of-
that?
Have you guys heard of that dude?
No.
I've
heard of the
never
name,
heard
but-
of him, bro.
I've actually
In fact,
heard of him.
In this article, there's no picture of him. It's just like a wedding picture, and his face is not clear.
That's a smart man. That is a smart man right there.
His real name is John Bosco Mwonge. I want you guys to guess what he's worth.
In UGX or USD?
UGX. And I feel like this is maybe just real estate dimes. What is worth in terms of real estate? So I want you guys to guess.
Like
But it's more than what to do is worth.
More than a bar. 2 bar.
Close.
1.9.
1.8.
billion UGX.
And no one knows the name, bro. Or his face. Cannot know one. Just,
I guess.
yeah, just
Up until-
us.
How about doing that?
Yeah.
He might be
Yeah,
watching the pod. Man.
Yeah.
He must be a listener.
John
first give
Bosco
us a-
Mwonge, bro. Then after that came Sudir. And then after that came...
But wait, you mean? Wait, it can't be. Studio is not just worth 1.2 billion.
Is worth 1.2
That
billion.
was
In
at
real
his peak.
estate.
UGX.
In real estate.
Real
yeah.
estate.
UGX.
No, $1 billion.
Okay, because it was UGX. Man, I feel like UGX. If someone says like the billionaire in UGX, I'll be like, It's
Yeah,
like
no,
200
these guys here are crazy rich, bro.
But this way, you have USD billionaires in Kampala who are locals we don't know about.
Do you guys know who Drake Lubega is?
Yes,
I know that one.
He's there. A bill.
Yeah,
So there is
no.
1.2.
But the thing is, how do you have dollar billionaires in a country like Uganda with our population? That means something is wrong.
Let's
Something
explain
somewhere
that
We've
figure.
talked about it before, bro. The real estate market here is very it's overpriced.
It really
But
is.
that's the thing,
It's
and I was
overpriced.
and the whole NSSF thing sort of like showed that, right? Because if in your pension fund less than 3% can afford the property you built, then there's something wrong systematically in how in the economy of the country.
Do you know
It means
a regular apartment in Uganda, a regular 3-bedroom apartment is more expensive than a 3-bedroom apartment in Dubai?
yes, because
Which is shocking,
if you see
man.
the house necessarily at 1 million US,
To be fair, Dubai has a lot of apartments.
It
compared
does,
to
it
here.
does.
Different
So
areas.
it might
But
be like
it was like a
supply-demand
list
thing.
of places.
but magic.
A list of
I want you
places.
to explain to me why anyone would buy a 2-bedroom condominium at 150,000 US dollars in this country in this day and age. It makes no
Let's
sense.
convert
You
that
need a
money.
place to live.
No. So you, I don't know how.
No shit, Sherlock. But the thing is that
Let's give you a most practical answer. He's just using our most practical.
the thing,
Yeah.
the things that are always sort of like buy and trade real estate is not sort of like have equitable means of housing. It's because primarily an asset class, and they're hell bent on raising the value of their assets. So every day the things go up, but eventually it's a bubble. If you keep pushing like this, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it will crash. It's not sustainable in the long
It's
run.
bound to crash, bro.
It's bound to crash. If an investment is too good to be true, it probably is. And for now, real estate is where most people are putting their money because it's safe and returns are apparently guaranteed. But if this keeps going on, us diversifying our investment portfolios, this market will crash.
But I think that the reason why the prices of like apartments, and I think the apartments